Hello. So this is how I test on a dedicated server fast. This is my project. I have it open, and this is the project's folder. You can see there's three BAT files. Let's not care about these two because they're not important. Let's see what this one does. Create dedicated server. I have to specify the engine path, so the actual UE4 editor.exe, and the project uProject file path on a local basis, then the map, and then some arguments that you can pretty understand what they do just by reading them. If I run this, it's gonna create a dedicated server running on uncooked content with my actual project files. So if I change something, then compile, then save and everything, and then I just, even if I still had the engine open, I run this one, it's gonna work. It's gonna have the updated server thing. Um, to build a dedicated server in Unreal, you need a lot of stuff usually, like to package a dedicated server. So this is a very fast way to do it. So once the server is running, you can see this, and I just hit play, okay? And this is basically, a plain editor. And then I open the connection to localhost. Let's see what this does. You can see that sorry, where is it? Okay. So the dedicated server, I could not show you, but it accepted a connection. I could not show you in real time, but it accepted a connection from myself. So right now I'm working on this dedicated server from a plain editor. In fact, if I go statnet, I should have a latency. I don't know if you can read it, but the ping is around 332 for some reason. Anyway, it has like a real connection. This means that I'm working on a dedicated server. If I had this open, I cannot save anything in my project files because it's actually using the engine content and project content. But it's really working for me to test fast, and you can even do this via the internet. If I run this on not via the internet, but via a local LAN, if I run the dedicated server like this, and then I go on another computer and connect to the local IP address. If I'm over a local network, it's gonna accept the connection and it's gonna work. So you can test multiple machines. Plus, you can test different instances of the game. If you just run, if you run like from here and then you run a build, you can do that. You can, oh, I just crashed. But if I run from a plain editor, then disconnect, then run again, it's gonna actually reconnect to the same server as before. So you can even test reconnection attempts. What happens if a player reconnects to a game? So you can play, connect to the server, do something, then disconnect, reconnect, and see if that something you did is actually working. Or if there's reconnection issues, like stuff is not replicated or anything. You can use a software called Evolve, or any VPN software really. Basically what they do is they create a virtual local network over the internet. So you can have, as shown in here, you can have like multiple people sharing a virtual local network, and you can connect, provided they run a dedicated server, to their IP, which is the one shown here, and it's gonna work. So even over the internet, usually you need a public IP address to work, but this allows you to test uh, that too. And the last thing I want to say is that everything that is gonna work in here, or all the issues that you're gonna have in here, they're 100% gonna be in the dedicated server build, or 99% gonna be in the dedicated server build. So you can reliably test everything that you need, gameplay mechanics, reconnection, everything, on a dedicated server basis. Everybody should just test this way. Usually when I do a multiplayer game, I never just go this and do mechanics, because they won't work. They will never work, because it's not how you test multiplayer. You need to test from day one, and everything you implement has to be tested immediately with a dedicated server. So that's how I do it for now, and that's pretty much it.